As generally everyone knows, each country will be having their own regulatory agencies. But according to the concern of the syllabus, we are restricting our discussion with India, USA, Europe and Japan. Regulatory affairs in pharmaceutical industries mainly it aims to protect human beings and its health. When people and government, if you think why they spend money on drugs, the reasons are many because the drug play a major role in saving lives, restoring health, preventing diseases and stopping epidemics. So, but in order to do so, a drug must be safe, effective and good quality. Such confidence should be get developed. So not only within nation, suppose if you want to export the drug to the other countries, so they will be having their own regulatory agencies and set of rules. If our country is fulfilling such regulatory requirements, then only we can sell our drug in the particular country. So thereby regulatory agencies, they will provide safeguard related to the health and they assure about the quality of the pharmaceutical products. The pharmaceutical industries while pursuing an international market, so it is a compulsory to have national regulations. So now before entering into the concept, let us try to understand what is this drug regulatory. The drug regulatory authority is an agency that develops and implements most of the legislation and regulation on pharmaceuticals, because each countries will be having their own set of rules and quality guidelines also. So the pharmaceutical substances should fulfill such regulations, then only these drug regulatory authorities will give license for such drugs. So especially for marketing and also for clinical uses. The main purpose of this drug regulatory is to ensure quality, safety, efficacy of the drug, and also they are going to give complete information, very accurate information of the product. So they are going to produce. These are all the functions of the regulatory. Why this regulatory is required? Why these regulations are essential? As we have came across with the word safety, efficacy and complete information, like some regulatory bodies are required. Pharmaceutical are regulated by FDA, have been approved to help treat health concern. So with this regulation, consumer can feel safe, knows that the medicine they are using have been carefully checked over. It guarantees the confidence level of the persons also improves. Getting a product FDA approved is a key to get into the market so that it can help those need it. So it makes compulsory to pass the approval from various regulatory authorities. Example is FDA, so that we can sell the medicines in the market. Let us see about overview of few drug regulatory agencies in 4 countries. We are targeting here India, USA, Europe and Japan. It's covered here because of the syllabus concern. These regulatory agencies and organization plays a vital role to meet the requirements of legislation procedures related to drug development process in a country. So every country will be having their own regulatory authorities which is responsible to enforce the rules and regulation and issues the guidelines to regulate the drug development, licensing and registration. Because this research towards the drug is never-ending phenomenon, and also the existing drug may be withdrawn from the market because of the severe adverse effect. So overall regulations will be done by these regulatory agencies. So once the drug is introduced in the market, also their work won't end over there. So they will observe for the ADRs, and also suppose severe ADRs observed means it may be get withdrawn. These are overall work these regulatory agencies they are going to do, not only permitting the drug for the market, also safeguarding for the proper usage and preventing any severe ADRs in future also. Let us see about some of the international regulatory agencies and organizations. So they actually plays an important role in all aspects of pharmaceutical regulation. which may be related to drug product registration, manufacturing, distribution, even price control, marketing, research and development, and even intellectual property protection also. We have certain agencies which are considered as international regulatory agencies and organizations, which include World Health Organization, Pan American Health Organization, which is called as PAHO, World Trade Organization, International Conference on Harmonization, World Intellectual Property Organization. Overall, they are going to safeguard about the product and also the health of the patient. Drug regulation is mainly to promote various activities to ensure efficacy, safety and quality of the drug. The pharmaceutical drugs are available from a large source of numbers. So now coming with the sources, very different sources the drug may be get procured, synthesized, so that the people and government also spend a lot of money towards the drugs for many reasons it may be. But what is their expectation means safetyness, effectiveness and good quality, and the drug also should be appropriately used. So these are the agendas of the government also. So this is possible with the help of the regulation. So regulatory authorities will safeguard so these rights, and proper drug utilization will happen. So we can say like effective drug regulation is required for ensuring all such aspects related to the safetyness and proper utilization of the drug. Even new drug, suppose if you have to enter into the country, such that it should fulfill the regulatory norms. So let us take some of the examples by taking some of the country names and what type of authorities they are having. Now coming with the USA, they have US FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So this is the authority they are going to govern about the promotion of the drug sale as well as utilization. In UK, MHRA, Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agents. And in Australia, TGA, Therapeutic Goods Administration. In India, we have CDSCO, Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Once again, separately under the heading, we will be coming across in detail about different agencies working together with CDSCO. In Canada, we have Health Canada, and in South Africa, MCC, Brazil, ENVISA, European Union, EMEA, and Japan, Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Agency, that's PMDA. These are the different authorities. By taking two to three examples, we will be talking about authorities and what are their functions. Overall, generally, all authorities will be having the same agenda for safeguarding the proper usage of the drug. Let us see about the common scope of all the organization what we have enlisted. It's also called as regulatory authorities. So they act as a guardian that ensures the safety, efficacy and quality of the drugs available to the public. So they helps to identify the strengths and weakness of the drugs regulation and to propose strategies to improve drug regulation. They play a vital role to ensure and increase regulatory implementation in non-regulated parts of the world for safety of people residing over there. In some condition, if the country is not having their own regulatory agencies, suppose the drug got approved from some reputed countries, such drugs very easily, faithfully the drug can be used. Say for example, US FDA approved drug means in many part of the world the marketing of the drug will be very much easier. This is a faith the people and the government will be having to a particular agencies. Now these regulatory agencies plays essential role in all aspects of the pharmaceutical regulation related to drug products, registration, manufacturing, distribution, price control, marketing, research, development, and also intellectual property protections. These are the common scope of all the organization what you have enlisted in the earlier slides. So safety, efficacy and quality of the drug as well as accuracy and appropriateness of the drug information will be available. This is a work which will be carried out from the drug authority, because any drug if want to get approval, complete information about the new drug should be given to the agencies. It's not only the drug, even about the diagnostic equipments or any other medical devices also. These regulatory authorities, they are going to license over there. So every country has their own regulatory authorities which are essential and responsible to enforce the rules and regulation and issue guidelines for drug development, licensing, registration, manufacturing, marketing and labeling of the pharmaceutical products, such that the production, import, storage, distribution, sales and supply of the drug can be regulated. So these and all the functions of these regulatory bodies in the countries. Even if you want to import a drug also, so that should compel the regulatory agencies. So let us see about effective regulation of drug requires varieties of functions. Suppose the drug, if it should be get approved from the regulations and usage. So let us see what are the varieties of requirements. One is the guaranteeing the safety, efficacy and quality of the drug, which is essential in all aspects, even the government or the patient. Licensing of premises, person and practice. It's about the research and production. Inspection of manufacturing facilities and distribution channels. So this information even in research and development aspect of clinical research also we came across, which will be having lot of inspection. Even regulatory authorities also, they will inspect the film for confirmation about the quality assurance, whether the proper SOPs and guidelines are maintained or not. So all the things after observation only, so they are going to get the license. Even in India, if they want to export the drug to the USA, so US FDA approval is required, such that US FDA regulatory agencies will visit the industry, they will inspect about the manufacturing facilities in India, and later everything is compiled with the US FDA regulations. So then US FDA approval will be given for such companies. Such products from that company can be sold in United States. Now other functions include product assessment and registration, adverse drug reaction monitoring. As I told, like even regulatory agencies will have control over ADR monitoring also, quality control, control of drug promotion and advertising. Most importantly, the process of drug relating. The drug regulation consists of various laws and agencies, like drug laws of countries, like we have a drug price control act, like, and drug regulatory agencies, drug regulatory boards, quality control and drug information centers. So here complete information of the drugs in future also it can get. So let us see about drug regulatory agencies in India. As we have discussed in general about the regulatory processes, so the main purpose of this regulatory process is to safeguard the safetiness and accuracy of the drug with the patient, and even if the drug should be get exported or imported, the main thing, like they should follow the regulatory guidelines. So even nowadays in India also a lot of new companies, especially the private sector, it's rising, because in Indian pharmaceutical products are having higher demand in other countries also. So the newer technologies are also included in industries, so that healthcare inspection is required to overcome this, so that the regulatory authorities will check over that, so they will supervise it. And due to this privatization of the healthcare, so medical devices sectors also it's growing, regulation is required. Coming towards the India, it's one of the older regulating system they have, like import, manufacture, distribution and sale of the drug. So they comes under an old act, that is Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. Still now this is under utility. We are using the same Drug and Cosmetic Act which was introduced in 1940s. Let us see about the other regulatory agencies in India in the next video.